Maestro, we got the green light to go? Okay, so let's do this. Welcome back to Wine with Steve. Welcome back to Steve. Where have we been? Where's the wine and where's the whiskey? We've been out of commission, we've been out of action for, it seems like, forever. We had a good reason for that. Doing some important tasting. These Birkenstock shoes. Right, Maestro? We're walking all day at the great wines of the world in New York. That's not that bad, right? You're cringing. We had an awesome time there. We're gonna do a separate episode on what the heck we saw, we tasted there, things that we saw, some of the prices on the wine over there in Manhattan, New York versus what we have Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My God, guys, this is gonna blow your mind. I don't want to get too much off topic, but I do want to, whet your palates for what you're about to see in the upcoming weeks. My goodness, Manhattan, New York prices versus Toronto, Ontario, Canada prices. Who's got the better pricing, LCBO or the US? Make sure you got popcorn ready. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your dedication. Welcome back to Wine and Whiskey with Steve. We will be doing whiskey. I promise you it's coming. I've been getting quite a few requests by email and in our chat, in our little comment area. So thank you guys for commenting below, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and anything that you want to see on the show, let me know. Okay, so I've already got a whole bunch of ideas from you guys. So it's always nice to know what the interest is, and to have a pulse with our dedicated viewers that are watching us. So it means a lot to know what you want to see on the show, and myself and Maestro are very excited to bring those reviews and blind tastings and products to you. So we're very much looking forward to that. Now, so today is a very special episode, right? Because it is the final episode, sad tears, of our trivia. We finished round one, and now we're wrapping up with round two. So again, just a shout out to the round one winners. We had Michael Marino and Miles Carlisle. So thumbs up, cheers, applause. Not cheers yet, so applause. So both Miles and Michael were perfect in round one. So they got the maximum amount of points in that round. And round two, this is the final week, right? So we had, it was wild card week that we wrapped up with. So at the end of the video, we will see who the winner of round two is, and maybe see who the overall wine king is for this version of Monday Night Trivia. Maestro, we got the green light to go? Okay, so let's do this. We got some bottles over here looking at me as usual. Bottles have eyes. I don't get it. It's so funny how we anthropomorphize inanimate objects, such as these bottles. And this connects to question number one, right? Because question number one said, wine bottles from Bordeaux are different shape than those from Burgundy. True or false? Okay, so we got a bottle here from Bordeaux, lucky for me. This guy here is not from Burgundy, but he's got a similar shape. Okay, so again, anthropomorphizing, right? Giving human characteristics to inanimate objects. For those that aren't English majors who never made it past grade 12 English. Like, I'm not an English major, but yeah, I've made it way past that. Thank God, thank you parents, right? All those 12 years of university. 12 years of university! Good God, what did I do with my life? Well, actually 12 years of university and also 12 years of collecting wines, right? Jesus. I'm dating myself. But anyways, so let's do this. Yeah. So, true. Bordeaux. False Burgundy. But yeah, so your Bordeaux, you have these nice high shoulders on your Bordeaux bottles, okay? Your Burgundy bottles have sloping shoulders. Again, high shoulders, neck. What's the reason for this? Believe it or not, it was to have a visual identification, a visual marker to associate with a wine coming from a particular place. That's what it was. Okay, so wines shaped like this came from Bordeaux. Wines shaped like that came from Burgundy. You have Alsace. right, which has a more of almost like it's very, very tall, almost like triangular shaped bottle. Okay, so that when people saw these types of bottles back in the day, going back 400, 500 years ago, they could associate what was in the bottle, where it came from, with how it looked. Italy, they had a big problem with the fiasco, right? the fiasco was a fiasco for the Italians. I mean, you can still find it in your liquor stores today when you go to them. LCBO has them. It's like that little straw wicker basket. So you got like a short bulbous bottle with wicker around it. That's your fiasco bottle. So that's associated. This is what gave Chianti such a bad name back in the day, going back centuries ago, because it was a cheap table wine, and anything in that that wicker basket, the fiasco, we knew it was Sangiovese, it was cheap, and it was made in the gallons and by the gallons and consumed by the gallons. So unfortunately, that gave Sangiovese a little bit of a bad rap. But nowadays, Sangiovese is an awesome grape. Actually, one of my favorites right now, one of my go-tos, very versatile wine, high acid wine, medium body. I'm going to probably crack some tonight with the barbecue pork that we're going to be doing. And that guy too. We're going to pop them open, have a nice barbecue on the patio. Anyways, so there you go, guys. Now also, there is some type of a functionality to having these high shoulders like this. It helps with collecting sediment when you're trying to decant, right? So when you're pouring the wine slowly, your sediment is going to collect over here in the shoulder area right before it transitions over to the neck, and that way you can prevent some of the sediment from going into your glass decanter. But originally that wasn't the reason why they did that. Okay, it was just to associate what was in the glass with where it was coming from. Now, as well, I've picked these bottles for a reason. This guy over here is a Bordeaux from Lussac, Saint-Emilion. So we know that the region of Saint-Emilion is primarily Merlot. The wines from there are going to be Merlot dominant with a little splash of Cabernet Franc. In this guy, I think he's about 95% Merlot and 5% Cabernet Franc. But I'm going to raise a glass and I give a toast out to one of our dedicated viewers out there and subscribers, Miles Carlisle. Cheers to you, my friend, who was recently wed. Not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. I said he's wed, Maestro. He's wed. We know what that's like, right? Sorry for being dead. Congratulations on your wedding there, Miles. And for his wedding, they put together a Merlot wine to give as their bomboniere, or to give as their gift to their guests. So, cheers to your to your Merlot. I don't know where it's from. To your Merlot, and cheers to my Merlot. Ooh, mushrooms. Cedar cigar box. I love that. Oh, excuse me. Very nice. This guy's an incredible value. I think he's only maybe $18. He's 2016. Already got 6 years on him. Incredible. The value. To do that at that price point here is very, very hard. Angel's Gate does a nice Cab Merlot, 12 months French oak. But yeah, I really like the savoriness, the structure, a little bit of hickory and smoked bacon on this guy. Very good. Okay, guys, here we go. Question number two. This guy can get me into a lot of trouble, so I got to be very careful how I'm pronouncing these words and reading this question. I got to be very careful on this one. Okay, so what is generally considered the inspiration for the original champagne coupe glass? Okay, the champagne glass that we know today has gone through quite an evolution from what it started out with. I'll post a picture of the original glass over here, or over here, just in case I forget. Okay, so what are the options? So we're talking about A. Is it going to be the Widow Clicquot's Knee from 𝗪𝗵 Clicquot, very popular brand from Champagne, very popular champagne, I should say. Accessible at the LCBO, $75, I think, for their entry-level brut. Is it B, Marie Antoinette's breast? I'm not posting a picture of that. C, a fully blooming gardenia. I can post a picture of that. I have no idea what that looks like because I don't know anything about flowers. Well, that's true. You can ask Maestro. I don't know. I know a rose. Or is it D, the top of Dom Perignon's bald head? Again, too many bad jokes you can make with that. Not just Not touching that one as much as I love 𝗪𝗵𝘁. Okay. Anyway, so answer is B. Okay, Marie Antoinette's breast. So this was thought to be the original inspiration. However, experts will say that it was the Helen of Troy's breast that gave the initial inspiration. But however, much later, as as lore goes on, Marie Antoinette had the glass redesigned in the shape of her more voluptuous bosom. There are other myths out there, or myths or stories, or whatever you want to call them, that say it was Louis XV's mistress, Madame du Pompadour, shape that took on the shape of the glass. So again, it is that that part of the body that, again, man, that anthropomorphizing, right? It's crazy how these inanimate objects are living things to us. They are humans, right? When I'm talking about wine, I said, oh, I love this guy. You got to try this guy. Look at the legs on this, right? It's so funny how we put these human characteristics on these things, right? Anyways, so now, again, champagne. So the glass that we know today is the champagne flute, right? Which is very, I'll post a picture of that here and here, okay? We have lots of those around the house. For me, I don't enjoy drinking champagne out of a flute, and I don't enjoy drinking it out of a coupe. It does nothing to the aroma for me, and it does nothing to the palate for me. So every single time I am drinking any type of a bubbly sparkling, I'm gonna just pick my nice big bellied glass so that it allows for the carbonation to escape. Okay, I don't like having extra frizzante in my sparklings, whether I'm having champagne or I'm having a prosecco or I'm having cava, whatever I'm having. I enjoy the bubbly the next day, okay, or if you're leaving it in the glass for several hours to allow those bubbles to escape, because for me it masks too much of the fruit minerality, tertiary characteristics. It hides too much. It masks too much for me. Okay, so I prefer a little bit more flatter, bubbly. Now that being said, two awesome examples of champagne. Q. Okay, so Q does some awesome bubblies from traditional. They even now just released 100% Marsanne sparkling. Okay, so very, very unique. Traditional method. Give them a shot if you haven't tried anything from Q before. Very, very well priced. Crazy pricing. $30, at least 2.5 years on the lease. Really great stuff. This guy over here, I'm going to be cracking today with the pork. This is a Cremant d'Alsace, so coming from Alsace, and it's a Blanc de Noirs. So what grapes are going in this guy? Well, Blanc de Noir is going to be a white wine made from red grapes, and because it's coming from the Alsace region, we know that this is going to be Pinot. Okay, so here we have 100% Pinot. I believe it's about 12 months on the lees, so I'm very excited to crack that today and see how this guy goes. Okay, here we go, guys. Question number three. Question number three, we're going big and we're going bold. We got lots of B's in this guy. Which of the following is a grape? Are we talking about Barolo? Are we talking about Brunello? Are we talking about Barbaresco? Or are we talking about Basilicata? We're talking about Bordeaux. What other B's are out there that we know? Bonarda. That's another guy we could have put in there too, right? Jesus, lots of grapes that begin with B. Anyways, this guy, pretty easy one, okay? We're talking about B is for Brunello in this case. So Brunello, also known as Sangiovese Grosso, so Brunello do Montalcino, clone from the Sangiovese. This guy is the only one in here that's going to be a grape, okay? Your other guys, Barbaresco is a region in Piemonte. What were the other options there? Barbera is a grape growing again in Piemonte. You have from Langhe, you can have it from Alba. So your Barbera is going to be more medium-bodied, high acidity. Your Barbaresco, Barolo are both regions in Piemonte made from the Nebbiolo grape. Your Barbaresco can be a little bit more accessible because it doesn't see as much aging as the Barolos do. So a little bit more fruit forward and less tannins. But both awesome wines, pair really well with boar. Boar is a type of a gamey meat that has a good amount of fat in it, so it kind of works. The acidity works with the gaminess, so the iron richness of the wild animal, and the tannins help with the fat of the animal. So now, in terms of great examples of Sangiovese Grosso, we have over here, we have two examples at differing price points, one more accessible than the other. Okay, both are coming from the same producer here. Both are coming from 𝗵𝗶. Okay, very reputable producer. And here we have the Rosso di Montalcino. So this is 100% Sangiovese. And pretty much the difference between your Rosso di Montalcino and the Brunello di Montalcino is how it's made and the amount of time that it's spending in oak, the amount of time it's spending in bottle. Okay, Brunello di Montalcino needs to spend at least 3 years in oak and 2 years in bottle before shelf. So that's a 5-year total of aging. Okay, so there's a lot of money that's going into that, and that's why this type of a wine commands a higher price point. You know, you're lucky if you do find some entry-level Brunellos at $30. Actually, in the vintage release coming up right now on June the 19th, there is one from 𝗪𝗪. I'm probably butchering the name there because off the top of my head, I'm just going off the cuff, right? But he's coming in about $32. And again, so a nice entry-level Brunello. If you want to try that, give it a shot. I think it is a 2017. We're so very, very young, right? Because 2022 right now, so 5 years, boom, on the shelves right away. But the 𝗵𝗶 Rosso di Montalcino, this guy came out in the last vintages release that we had here, and very good price point for this. I believe it was $23. Okay, so I recommended this as one of the best buys in there, so that you can compare Rosso di Montalcino, which sees about maybe 12 months in French oak and 6 months in bottle. Okay, so a lot less aging than you have in your Brunello. So does the Brunello deserve that higher price point? $60 for the Brunello di Montalcino from 𝗵𝗶, and less than half the price for the Rosso di Montalcino. Okay, so I don't know, give it a shot. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Okay, guys, question number 4. This is probably the most practical one, most applicable one for viewers. Okay, this is true value here. This is true money. So if you're switching to a different wine in your glass, it's best to swirl some water in the glass first. True or false? False. Okay, big time false, guys. Okay, we do not want to be putting water into our wine glass, swirling it, dumping it out, whatever. You can rinse your palate, yes. Okay, but you don't want to put wine into the same glass of which you had water. Water is going to dilute the wine. It's as simple as that. Okay, you know, maybe if you're at a friend's house for dinner, you're at a dinner party, and you know they're serving, you know, table wine, and it's whatever. Okay, you do what you do to fit in the moment, blah blah blah. Okay, but if you're at a tasting, or you know you are about to transition from one good wine to another good wine, you want to make sure that water's not in your glass. Okay, so what are some ways around that? My favorite is the napkin. Okay, now I'm not talking about a tissue. I'm not talking about some, you know, cheap cottonelle. I'm talking about a nice, sturdy, white napkin. Okay, that has got some tension to it. Take that guy, put him inside the glass, and just wipe him down dry. Okay, again, maybe even a cloth, a dinner napkin. Okay, like a fabric, cotton, right? That type of a material. Use that. If you want to waste money, you can pour some of the new wine into the glass, give it a swirl, then dump it out. But what's the point of wasting good wine, right? Who wants to do that? So honestly, get a good napkin, just clean the inside of your glass, and then you're good to go. Okay, guys, here we go. Question number 5. The Alpha, the Omega, Genesis, Exodus, Bible time. Okay, question number 5. In the Bible, Noah gets drunk on wine, because we all are Catholics out there and we all read the Bible. True or false? What are we doing with this guy? True. And finally, thank goodness, this is when reading the Bible pays off. So, yes, quoting here, Genesis, okay, chapter 9, verses, what are they, 20 to 21, okay? Noah, the tiller of the soil, was the first to plant a vineyard. Noah was the first to plant. Oh my God, right? He's our first winemaker, according to the Bible. He drank of the wine and became drunk. What else was he going to do with it, right? And he uncovered himself within his tent. That's never happened to any of us before, right? No, we taste. We have a discerning palate. We know about balance. Anyways. Yeah, crazy, right? But it is what it is. Bible doesn't lie. So, what was Noah drinking, right? What was Noah drinking? We go back, right, over 2,000 years ago. What could Noah have been drinking? So that's where these recommendations are coming. Boom, boom, boom. Angel's Gate. I think Angel's Gate is a good association with what Noah maybe would be drinking if he were here on earth today, right? Angels connected to heaven, gates of heaven, God, and all that stuff. All that is good, right? 𝗪𝗵𝘁. Again, Angel's Gate makes a very, very, very accessible entry-level wine. So great. $16, $18. 𝗪𝗵𝘁, 12 months French oak. Beautiful. Can't go wrong with anything from Angel's Gate. Okay? Real good steal. And if you go visit the winery, actually, we're going to be going up on Saturday to visit these guys. Haven't been there in a while. Very picturesque. Okay? Very nice staff. Nice pours. Okay? Nice scenery. Nice, beautiful time. Okay. Anyways, so the other guy that Noah may drink if he was here on earth today, and both of these are from the New World, but I got a little something I'll throw in for our old world fans out there in a sec. 7 Falls Cellars, okay, 100% Cabernet, beautiful wine, good stuff. So can't go wrong with that. And again, of course, Noah, the Ark, 7 Falls, waterfalls. Okay, it kind of connects, right? The other guy that Noah would drink if he was alive today, and this is the last recommendation, and then we'll close the case on this question, is 𝗪𝗵𝘁 𝗪𝗵 Vesuvio. Okay, so this comes from 100%. I'm going to butcher the name of this one. 𝗪𝗏 is the name of the grape, okay? Very similar to Sangiovese, but a little bit lighter in body. But because of where it's coming from, the Vesuvio, it's got a volcanic soil, volcanic ash. There's a lot of minerality in this wine. Very beautiful wine. Again, on the lighter side, but still lots of minerality in them. And translation from 𝗪𝗪 Christi is the tears of Christ. So what else would Noah want to drink, right? Angel's Gate, 7 Falls Cellars, and the tears of Christ. Beautiful. Okay. So guys, any one of those, you're good to go. It's so sad, isn't it? Angel's Gate, 7 Falls Cellars, tears of Christ. And now the end is near, and so I face that final video. My viewers, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which we're certain. We've done an awesome trivia, but now it's time to visit wineries. And so it is, we did it our way. That was good, eh? Not too bad. I think that deserves a, hey, lighters, Maestro's crying. No, she's not. I'm the sentimental one. She's a stone. Anyways, folks, it was awesome. We had a good ride, and we're going to come back even better, though. Okay, so this is not so long. This is not farewell. This is see you in September. Maybe. Or sooner. Who knows? No date? Oh, Maestro. You're so negative. Anyways, guys, it was a blast doing this trivia with you, round 1 and round 2. Thanks again for everyone that participated. It was totally awesome. Again, questions, comments, please, below. Email me. And we're going to be coming back with some videos next week. We got some great wines to taste. And we also have some damn whiskey. Believe it or not, we have whiskey coming. We have some great intriguing experimental things that we're going to be doing with whiskey from all over the world. Okay, so stay tuned for those episodes. And until then, oh, the winners! The winners! I was going to send it off without the winners. My goodness gracious. Okay, so let's just go back in time for a second without singing. Round number 1, we had Michael Marino and we had Miles Carlisle. Tied. Points across the board. Okay, and then we had David Spencer that came in round 2, and he took round 2. He took round 2. Newcomer took round 2. We had a number of people write in their responses by email because they, I guess, were a little bit timid in their answers, but that's okay. So I'm not going to name names of those that participated in there. But those were our 3 leaders throughout the trivia. So yeah, so congrats to all you guys for participating. And overall, in terms of answers correct, Michael Marino came on top with his performance in round 2. Okay, so again, guys, I appreciate your support, appreciate your effort, appreciate your participation, and yeah, continue giving us the like and the love. And we'll see you next week for some more blind tastings and some whiskey. Cheers. The Valley in the Glass.